Hey guys, it's your girl Lebz and I'm back with another video. So today's video is, do I always say this? But yeah, today's video is going to be different because it's going to be a candid moment for me. Like, I'm thinking maybe I should have like a segment of candid moments with Lebz or diary sessions with Lebz. Tell me which one sounds better to you. But this is totally unprepared. Literally popped off in my head and I was like, let me just grab my phone and start recording, and it'll make sense why I'm wearing this bonnet, I promise you. And no, I will not be taking off my bonnet because this is a direct consequence of my actions, and that's what I'll be talking about today. Well, right now I have a wig, right? And already this should tell you that whatever's underneath this bonnet is not working out, and that's why I've had to sort a second option. And this wasn't my best option. This wasn't something that I wanted to do, right? But I find myself in this predicament because I had failed to do what I needed to do to get my hair in order. So okay, let me lay out the background. So we have a ladies conference this weekend. I've known about this the whole year. I might have not known the dates, but I knew it was going to be in August because it's always in August, right? And as I'm talking about this is going to be a very simple example, but you can apply it in anything that you're going through in your life, whether it's serious, whether it's simple, right? But I'm just going to make the most simple example. So I've known about this the whole time. It's not a surprise, but I find myself in this maze because I had failed to plan properly according to whatever. It's Friday, the conference starts this evening, it carries on tomorrow, and it ends on Sunday. So now, knowing me and my hair, I should have washed my hair on Monday in order for it to be dry for today. When did I wash my hair? Yesterday. Is it a surprise that my hair is still wet? No. Did I know that if I wash my hair the day before the actual event it will still be wet? Yes. Did that make me do things the proper way or plan to wash my hair on Monday? No. Why? Because I was procrastinating. And that's the main problem that I have. Like, and I know some of us talk about procrastination in the most cutest way of, oh, I work well under pressure, I'm such a hard worker, when push comes to shove I will do the things that need to be done. And it's like, you had all the time to do this, girl, and you did not do it. So now you find yourself in this, and now you need to have a plan B that you actually do not want, but now you're forced to go with it because plan A is not going to work out. It's too late, right? And I'll make another example. You know, when you had to study in school, and then obviously they'll give you like the test dates or assignment dates, and you'll sit with those dates. You're like, oh, I have all the time in the world, I'll start a month before, or I'll start the assignment a month before. And it's like, no man, I work well under pressure, I'll start 2 weeks before. You still sit on it, and you're like, no, let me get my references so that when I start working everything will just flow. It's a week before the assignment. And mind you, things that are around you, life doesn't stop going. You don't stop living just because you have this one thing that is about to happen, and because you failed to plan for it accordingly and to start it, that means everything has to stop and give you time to now do this. No, everything carries on, and if anything, things come at a higher speed now when something is due. Or is it just me, guys? But it feels like whenever something is due and you have not done it, there are a lot of external factors that will come into play now that are going to put you in more like under pressure, right? So you find yourself sitting with these resources, and it's the day before an assignment, and only then are you starting to type your assignment, and you are having breakdowns in between. You're crying, you're stressing, you're reading, you're falling asleep. Like, a lot is happening, but you know that at the end of the day you need to submit this thing at midnight or just before midnight. So you push and you push and you push and you submit, and you move on. You're like, okay, that's done. I'm never gonna do that. How many of us have said we're never gonna do this after seeing the fire that we've been through? When you were chasing a deadline, you're like, I'm never gonna put myself through this, and then you do the same thing all over again, as if you did not experience this anxiety-inducing, stress-inducing pressure that you put on yourself. So now finally get the results, and let's say you get a 70 or 65, and you're like, oh, for the amount of time that I actually put into this is a great mark. And it's like, is that actually the great, a better approach in life that you should have, that or just because I put so and so time into this and this was the end result, this is good. If I had put in more time, no, you had the time, but you didn't put in that time when you had it. So then you're trying to console yourself with whatever result or mark that you get because you failed to plan. So now in the back of your head, you're like, actually, I could ace this if I wanted. But if you wanted to ace it, you would have, had you studied in time, or had you started that assignment in time. Same thing applies to me. I had this vision in my head. I wanted an all pink weekend for the ladies' conference. Like, I'm gonna look. So I had these outfit ideas in my head. But because I failed to plan in time, I received my things very late this week, actually. Okay, I received the first outfit last week, and luckily it's good. The other outfits I received this week. And if you know anything about online ordering, is that if you live very far from Joburg or Cape Town, you're gonna get your things in a week or a week and a half. So that means if it doesn't work out, you're not gonna get your items in time. I had to return some of the things that I bought because they didn't fit, and there's no way that they could make it in time for the conference, because like I said, I got the parcels on Tuesday. So now I have to run around, scrounge around to see what's gonna work. Obviously I'm gonna make it work, but this isn't the ideal outcome I had in mind. And it's not external forces or external environment that has made me be in this situation. It's me. It's solely me and my priorities, or lack of prioritizing the things that would have made a success of this weekend in terms of my outfits and my hair, right? And there's not really an end goal to this. Like I said, this is like a diary session, so this is just me pouring out my thoughts. But it's like, I don't want to find myself in such situations in more serious areas of my life. Does that make sense? Like, I'm making this silly example because obviously anyone can relate, but now you need to think about it and apply it in another area that's more serious in your life. Like, had I done A, B, C, and D, let's say maybe you're looking for a job or whatever, and I know the one thing that we always complain about is, oh, if they want to motivationally, I'm not applying. And it's like, girl, do you want the job or not? Do you want your situation to change or not? Because if you really wanted it to change, you would suck it up, you would write that motivation letter, and you would apply. Not everything in life is like the automated CV, whatever. Do you understand? Like, or it's just gonna take all the information from my CV and auto apply for me on my behalf. Other things need for you to put an effort, like proper effort, in order for it to go somewhere. does that I'm literally talking to myself and it's like, oh girl, you know all of these things and you're saying them, but why haven't you been doing them? Like, I know that what I'm saying is making sense. I know that what I'm saying would put me in a better position, but I find myself sitting and not acting accordingly. I'm not acting as if I actually want a change, whatever change it may be in your life. And then you see people progressing because they're doing the very same thing that you're sitting on. And then it's like, oh, like, no. It's not like life isn't fair per se. Like, things might happen that you truly don't deserve. Like, obviously. But put an effort in the things that need to be done in whatever sphere of your life. And the results of that will be what you had anticipated, what you had planned for, will be good at the end of the day. It won't be something that you're like, oh, I can work on this if I put more effort, if I have more time. Use the time that you have wisely now, when it counts, when you can actually see progression in what you're doing, when you actually have the time to fix your mistakes as you are going along, and not just hurry into doing something because it has to be done and there's not even time to fix the mistakes that you come around because this thing is due now. So yeah, that's just my little candid moment of a thought that I had of me having to wait a week for the weekend because I failed to plan accordingly or to do things in time. And I even have another example. So I know that I've been saying, oh, would you guys like to see me reorganize my closet, just repack and everything? And I did get responses like, yes girl, do it. And if I were to show you my room right now, so I have clothes that are packed neatly, like on top of, so I even have suitcases that I have not even put away from my trips, right? But it has like clean clothes and all of that. And my closet is a mess because I'm like, I'm not going to put in the clothes that are packed properly in this mess. I want to record. Have I done that? No, but time has passed by and it's like, what am I actually waiting for? So yeah, this is just a reminder, or a more so encouragement to just do the thing that needs to be done. Whatever it is, do not procrastinate. There is no perfect moment to do something unless it is now. The perfect time to do it is now. There's no time on the clock that says perfect time or whatever. Do it now in the present so that whatever you're doing, you have the time to learn, firstly, to fix the mistakes that you come across, whatever you're doing, because you have all the time, right? You have all the time to do it because you are further from the deadline of whatever, whenever this thing is due, because you're starting now, not next week, not next month, not in the next quarter, not in the new year. Like, oh, I'm gonna set goals, I'm totally gonna do this next year. No, start it now so that as you're doing it, you see what you can improve upon, you see the results, you see where you can learn and learning areas, and most importantly, you are doing this thing that you have been putting off for so long. And sometimes I think maybe it's the fear of what's gonna happen if I do this, like people. And this is a reminder when I started my channel and I was like, oh, I'm so nervous, and my cousin actually said, do it scared, right? So whatever you're feeling in that moment, do it anyway, and you will learn, right? And it's like, had I actually not listened to my cousin, because a lot of people are like, oh, you have a YouTube channel, aren't you scared? Like, oh, it takes a lot of guys to put yourself out there. And I noticed that, no, I wasn't actually scared of putting myself out there. It was more so the reception. Like, oh, are people gonna receive me in this way and that way? And as I've been making videos, I'm like, I have my people. I have people who like the content. I have people who give me feedback on the content that I'm putting out, like, oh, fix this and that. And I am more than willing to grow, to learn, to relearn, to unlearn, as long as I see progress, right? As long as I'm putting out content, as long as I'm doing, as long as I'm recording, that basically, it's like you will learn along the way. And yeah, this is for anyone, any single person who has been procrastinating, who's been putting off doing something. This might have just been the video for you. You know, those people love signs. Like, girl, you're looking for a sign. This is your sign. Do it. Do it scared. Do it anyway. Do it in this moment. You have time to learn and fix your mistakes as long as you do the thing that you had set out to do. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it's a bit different, but I hope you enjoyed it. I will catch you in the next video. I'm gonna start the vlog for the conference, and yeah, I'll see you in my next video.